Good evening, Rob Patrick with Bill Powell at the Razorback Stadium in Texarkana, and we're about ready for the first 4A South Conference game for both of these teams. Benton Panthers come in 4-1. Texarkana is 1-4, but that doesn't mean anything at this point. They're both 0-0 in conference play, and Texarkana has had kind of had Benton's number the last few years.
Rob, I was talking about earlier, talking to some of the people here in Texarkana earlier this evening, and getting a chance to talk to Bill Reed before he came up. Bill and I have been friends for a very long time, and he's not very pleased with the way things are in Texarkana. He says that the losing has caused his kids to get a little down on him.
Is that right?
And you know how that can affect a ball club.
Oh yeah, that's when morale gets down. That's the worst thing that can happen. And I'm sure that's where they'll, right now, that's where they want to turn things around tonight with kind of a new season starting for them. It's been since 1980 since Benton's beaten Texarkana, so this is a game they're used to winning. So they'll certainly be looking to get back on track if they can win this game tonight. They're about ready to go out for the toss of the coin.
Very
I don't
quickly.
believe Benton's.
Have you got the starting lineups?
I do.
Why don't we go ahead and read down the starting lineups, and then we'll take another break, and
all right.
We'll have time.
They're getting ready to, I think the Benton captains are coming out for the toss of the coin now. For Texarkana, their offense starts with quarterback Richard Turrentine. He's a senior, 5'11", 160 pounds. Behind him in the backfield, fullback Billy Willis, 5'6", 154 pounds. He's a junior. He's about the fourth different fullback Texarkana has started this year.
This is his first start, is it not?
It is his first start. Terrell Dean, the tailback, is 5'11", 178 pounds. He's a sophomore. Usually his brother, the senior, Marcel Dean, is the big horse for Texarkana. But he's been injured the last couple of games and is doubtful in this game as well. He's got a badly sprained ankle. We may see him, but he won't get the start. His little brother will. Flanker is Clifton Foster. He's 5'11", 172 pounds, a senior. Up front, they've got center James Taylor, 6'2", 220, a junior. Matt Williams and Mike Bann are the guards. Williams is a junior, 5'9", 218. Bann, a very good senior, 6 foot, 240 pounds. The tackles, Chris Haltom and Daryl Riles. Haltom is a sophomore, 6'2", 223. Riles, 5'7", 196, a junior. So you can see they've got a lot of young players, but they do have some size. The split end is Drew LeGrand. He's 5'9", 160 pounds, a senior. The tight end is William House, a 5'11", 165-pound junior. He's starting in place of the regular tight end who is out. He's not getting the start in this game, but he is, I believe, available. His name is Quentin Leaks. He's their top pass receiver. Did you see there, Bill, what the toss of the coin, how that
No, I'm
came
sorry.
out?
You caught me writing, and I just got completely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
There comes
9,
Benton
10,
onto the field.
I got all 11 players out anyway.
We'll give you Benton's defense in case that's the situation, then we'll let you know about the offense. Do want to say that tonight the quarterback for Benton will be sophomore Brad Collett, starting 6'1", 160, a sophomore. Jamie Jones has started every other game so far this season. He's been moved to split end this week and said to have looked very, very good out there. So we'll see Jamie starting at split end, 5'10", 155-pound junior.
In place of Shane Smith? Okay.
Defensively for the Panthers, Will Connell and Aaron Windsor are the defensive ends. They're both seniors, both 6'1", 165. The tackles, defensive tackles, are Kelsey Dedman and Heath Nix. Dedman is the senior, 6'4", 265. Heath Nix, 5'10", 230 pounds. He's a junior. Greg Mundy, 6', 240. He's a junior nose guard. Linebackers Bill Lincoln and Roger Barker. Lincoln the senior, Barker a junior. Shane Smith and Rick Daniel are the cornerbacks. Smith is a senior, 5'11", 165. Rick Daniel, 6'3", 185, a sophomore. Strong safety Rodney Wright. And free safety Jake Goheen. He of 7 interceptions. Wright has 1 as well. And I believe we're about ready for the kickoff. That looks like that's how it's going to be.
It looks like they're going to get underway about 3 or 4 minutes early. Somebody's clock is either fast or mine is certainly slow, but they are teeing the ball up now. We'll try to get you all caught up on everything as it goes on. Throughout it's been a kind of a hectic start here. What with the shortening of the time between the beginning of the pregame show and the kickoff, and a couple other things that keeps you running pretty good, doesn't it? All right, it will be, and I cannot see the numbers because of the angle, but we'll try to give it a look. It is Texarkana in their maroon and gray uniforms to receive. Kickoff is taken in at about the 12-yard line. Out to the 25, the 30. He breaks it to the 50. He's across the 40, inside the 40 to the 35-yard line of the Benton Panthers. Put it down at the 34-yard line before he was knocked in unceremoniously to the turf. And on that run back, it was number 35, who is Marvance Larry. He's just a sophomore, 6 foot, 175 pounds, and he'll be playing as a wide receiver in tonight's ball game.
Big emotional lift right off the start for the Texarkana team. They need one.
All right, it is Texarkana on the attack, running out of the eye. Ball is thrown on a lateral out wide to the flanker, Clifton Foster, and he pops it ahead for a reasonably good gain. A pickup on the play of, let's see where they spot the ball. Looks like it's down to the 21, would you say?
It's about the 26.
26. It's hard to read that line.
No markings on the field at all, are there?
No, there's no sideline markers. They're on the stadium wall, and that makes them about, 20 yards from the side of the field. Makes them hard to, perspectively on a corner like we're looking, hard to discern. About the 26, second down and 3. Once again, straight ahead handoff to the fullback, Billy Willis, and he pops it straight ahead very close to a first down. First man up to on the tackle was Greg Mundy, and Heath Nix was in on that one also for the Benton Panthers. Benton, a little stunned by that early kickoff return. Special team play for the Panthers. Been very, very good all year, and that one kind of rocked them back on their heels. They're going to have to dig in and try to dig out, as it were. They do have a first down. The ball is about the 24-yard line, I'm going to guess. Pitch back to the tailback, Terrell Dean. He cuts it up the middle, breaks one tackle, cuts it down toward very near first down territory. I'm kind of sure he's got it, as a matter of fact. Yes. Took
down
the ball.
To the 9, I believe.
It's very hard. I hope nobody thinks I'm a complainer, but it's hard to see those lines. But it is about the 9-yard line. So it's first down, goal to go for Texarkana. The Texarkana Razorbacks, who've been rocked off their heels all year long. The only game they won was over Hope. First game of the season, they defeated Hope 21-7, but they're on the prowl now.
First and goal.
First and goal. Look-in pass over the middle. Touchdown for the Texarkana Razorbacks as William House caught the short look-in pass directly over the middle from quarterback Richard Turrentine and took it in for the touchdown. So with 10 minutes and 41 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, the Benton Panthers have been rocked by a first-period touchdown as the Razorbacks got a brilliant kickoff return and then marched the ball in on very short time for the touchdown. The ball is down, the kick is up and blocked, and let's see who was it that got in there to do it. Kick was blocked and therefore no good. So with 10:41 left to play here in the first quarter, the Benton Panthers will receive the football trailing 6-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
For the Panthers, Robert Trevino. Kicking off for the Razorbacks will be Rico Boyd.
Here's the run up in the kickoff. It's a short kickoff.
It's Jamie Jones.
Jamie Jones at the 20, and he's snowed under out at about the 26-yard line, where the Panthers will take over first and 10, trailing 6-0 here in the first quarter. pickup on the play of 3, so it's going to 4 yards, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3 now. 3rd and 3. Coming out wide to the right is Shane Smith, who's in the ballgame as a wide receiver. Up in under center, Brad Collett. Brad looks right, left, calls, signals, fakes a handoff, pitches back to Godino. Godino's outside with a move. He's almost tackled, breaks one, and takes that out across the 50 to the 47-yard line of the Razorbacks before he was knocked down. Coming in to make the tackle for Texarkana was number 71, Joe Reed, and David Potter, number 87, also in on the tackle.
A good quick pitch on that one. Collett got it out to Godino in good fashion. Gave Robert a good chance to make a good run on that. He got into the open field. Jake Goheen gave him a little help downfield, and he picked up a big 1st down.
Godino is not fast, but he is quick. He gets where he has to be in a hurry. Once again, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball's on the ground. Fumble on a handoff by Shellnut. And I believe the Razorbacks have the football. Texarkana came up with the football. The handoff went to Kurt Shellnut.
I think Darren Crabb came up with that.
Was Crabb. Crabb at the bottom of the pile coming up with the fumble. So it's 1st down, 10 to go for Texarkana. And shades of a week ago.
Well, Coach Bill Reed of Texarkana said that they'd need some turnovers to win this game, and they've got their first chance now, ahead already 6-0, and Benton's defense is really going to have to bow up.
8:30 to play. Here's a pass to the wide out Clifton Foster, and playing back loose away from him quite a ways was Rick Daniel and Rodney Wright. Wright came up to make the tackle, but not before Clifton Foster had moved the ball ahead 8 yards into Panther territory, where it's 1st down, or 2nd down rather, and 2. Pick up on the play of 8 yards. 2nd and 2 from the 43, let's call it. Straight ahead handoff to the fullback, Billy Willis. And Willis is stacked up. Looks like he might be a little short of the 1st down. It's going to depend, of course, on where they spot the ball. They may want to measure this one. It's very close to a 1st down. They call timeout and call for the flags to come in. And the Panthers have been rocked on their heels immediately starting this game, and nothing has changed. Nothing has really picked up.
This is Texarkana. What Texarkana needed was something to happen good for them early, and what Benton needs right now is to make something happen positive for them. Stop here on, this will be a 3rd and inches, looks like. Stop right here would be a big play for them. You know that this is 2-down territory for a team in Texarkana's position.
That was one of those right foot, left foot spots. If he'd have spotted it with the left foot, that would have been a 1st down. As it was, he stepped on it with his right foot, and so it's 3rd down and less than a yard. Turrentine is the quarterback. He comes up in under center. James Taylor mans that position. Right, left look, bark signals, hands off to the fullback. And Heath Nix came up to pop Billy Willis for a loss of about 1.5 yards, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
Heath Nix on the tackle, and coming in to add his considerable talents was Aaron Windsor. Greg Mundy also up there on the stop, but it was Heath Nix that made the play.
Makes it a little longer 4th down play, but no doubt Texarkana is going to go for it.
4th down, about 1.5 yards, call it 2. 4th and 2. Pitch back to the tailback, Dean, and Dean is stacked up. I don't think he made it. He may not have gained a yard.
Looked like who was that on? They had a couple of guys in there. Roger Barker was among them.
I saw Deadman and Lincoln and Barker. I don't know exactly who was the first one to get there.
That was, by the way, that was Marcel Dean on that play, the guy that's been injured for so long. He's seeing his first action in about 3 games.
And he and his brother, there are 2 sets of brothers on this football team, Terrell Dean and Marcel Dean, and the defensive players who are also wide receivers, so the Larry boys. So it ought to be an interesting evening. Now the Panthers need some offense. 6:35 to go. They have the ball at their own 43-yard line. 1st down, 10 to go. Back to passes. Collett looks downfield, has a man, overthrows him. Intended on the reception was Jamie Jones. Just threw it over Jamie's head.
Collett really took a hard shot right after he threw that ball. got up a little slowly, but it looks like he's all right.
Drew Yoakum was open at about the 30-yard line, but I'm not sure College saw him. So he may come back to that one again. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Panthers. Panthers in their white road uniforms going from left to right here in the first quarter. It's Brad Collett at quarterback. The big sophomore moves down the line, cuts it back up inside tackle, and brings it ahead for about a 9-yard pickup. Collett on a good read that time as the defensive end moved out with Godino, and he cut it up off the tackles block on a pretty good block by David McGee to move the ball ahead 9 yards. First, second, to third down now, and 1. 3rd and 1 for the Panthers, looking for their first down of the evening. It's Collett. Right, Shelnut and Godino in the backfield for the Panthers. Collett moves again to the left, pitches it back to Shelnut. Shelnut cuts it up and takes it down across the 40 to the 35, make it the 32-yard line of the Texarkana Razorbacks before he was bounced out of bounds. So it's first down, 10 to go for the Panthers, and Shelnut that time on an excellent run and a very good read again by Collett on the option.
Indeed. 16-yard pickup by Shelnut on that. And it looks like that with Texarkana stacking it up so well inside that the option will be a tough play for them to stop. So we may see that a lot from Benton tonight.
5:43 to play in the first quarter. The Panthers trying to get back in the ball game and get on the scoreboard. Handoff straight ahead to Godino, and he is met by a whole host of maroon jerseyed Texarkana Razorbacks, but not before he picked up about 3. Make it second down, 7 yards to go. Pickup of 3 on the play. Robert Godino on that carry. Robert came into tonight's ball game with 624 yards on 85 carries. That's an average of 7.3 yards per carry, which is pretty good. I think anybody in the country would take that one.
Indeed.
Collett is the quarterback. Fakes a handoff to right. Fakes a handoff to Godino. Rolls to his right. Now he throws. Caught good. It looked complete. And I don't know what,
I believe, on the catch.
It was Kurt Shelnut on the catch, but I couldn't tell what the referee was saying, timeout or no good. He's obviously saying timeout, so move the sticks. The ball is inside the 20. Call it the 19-yard line.
10-yard pickup on that play.
First down and 10, and Collett again on a good read.
Indeed, he was looking for Yoakum deep, and he was covered. He saw Shelnut open underneath and threw it where he could catch it and no one else could. Good play. Split
Jake Goheen wide to the left. Collett stands up, looks. He throws a timing pattern to Goheen just over his head. What an effort by Jake Goheen. Jake gives you all he's got plus about 3, doesn't he?
Oh, he had virtually no coverage over there. They were playing way off of Jake on that play, and Collett just gave it a little too much art, or it would have been 6 points for Benton because he was open in the corner. Strictly
timing pattern too. Collett just stood up and threw the football, and Goheen tried to run under it, as it were. All right, Jamie Jones back in now, and he's split wide to the right as Jake Goheen goes to the bench. Collett fakes, looks, reads, pitches out to Shelnut. Shelnut's got 5. He's got 10.
Score.
He's got a touchdown. Kurt Shelnut
again, Bill.
You betcha. Kurt Shelnut on another good read by Brad Collett. Brad waited until the last moment, and then he pitched back to racing Kurt Shelnut, who was in full stride, and Kurt just cut it up and took it home.
Somebody's doing an awfully good job of sealing off that outside. It's I don't know if they're running to the strong side. If they are, it's Drew Yoakum and the guard on that side. That particular time, they're going left, and that's Dennis Bird's side. And those guys are doing a good job of sealing off the defensive end over there and creating the room for the running backs to run and go, as you've said, the quarterback Collett making a good read.
It is Heath Nix attempting the extra point. The kick is up, the kick is good, and the Panthers go into the lead 7-6 with 4:27 left to play here in the first quarter. It's Benton Panthers 7, Texarkana 6. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Godino, he's the receiver for the Razorbacks. Lee Terrell, the Dean.
the kickoff by Robert Gudino. It's taken at about the 10-yard line and brought out, and this one may go all the way. And once again, the man on the return is number 25, and that is Billy Willis. And Willis, for the second time tonight, almost broke one as he peeled off one from about the 10-yard line out to the 48-yard line of the Benton Panthers. That Willis is slick and quick.
They really create a hole on that left side, and it's happened the same place both times, so that's they know where they have to mend their fence, Benton does.
Billy Willis is only 5'6", 154 pounds, and just a junior. But let me tell you, folks, the young man does make some holes and does run hard. Terrell Dean, that time on the carry for the...
They lost the line. Okay.
Terrell Dean got the carry that time, and the 5'11", 178-pound sophomore pops it ahead for about 7 yards. It is second down and 3 as Texarkana, playing perhaps their best offensive football of the season, go looking for another first down. It's Dean once again on the carry. He wedges it out for a pickup of 2. It's going to be the third down and 1, and it'll be a very short one. Seems like we've seen this situation before, though, haven't we, Rob?
I think they're going to make a measurement.
They are going to measure.
This was exactly the way they had it in the last series. You're right, Bill.
Third down and whatever. It's either going to be first down and 10 or third down and short. And there it is. It's first down, third down, and short. About 2.5 inches, maybe, give or take a foot or so. Third down, less than yard. What was that?
I want to welcome our listeners on K107 back at a break in the line there.
You are listening to Benton Panther football on FM 107 in Benton. I'm Bill Powell, along with Rob Patrick. It's Bob Edmonton who does all the technical work, so we can blame Bob if we lost the line, right? No, that's not right. That's not fair. He was the guy who got it back for us. You're right. Straight ahead handoff. Willis breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage and pops forward for grander yardage than they needed for the first down, as he took the ball down inside the 35 to about the 34, where it's marked ready for play. First down, 10 to go for Texarkana. And I guess this might just be a little gut check time for the Panthers. Even though it's early in the ball game, they've got to stop this football team. Turrentine, the quarterback, turns, hands the ball to Willis. Willis trying to get around, trying to get outside, and he is very ungraciously and very unceremoniously knocked down by Shane Smith. Also in on that tackle, coming up to help at least on the tackle, was number 23, Roger Barker.
Well, it's really interesting that Texarkana is going so much to their. It's interesting that Texarkana is going so much to their fullback. Willis is making his first start, and he's carried the ball 5 times more than any other of the backs so far.
If they can get him any blocking up front, he is awfully quick.
Oh my!
There's a pitch wide to Clifton Foster. He breaks 1, he breaks 2, and finally is wrestled to the ground, but not before he picks up what is very close, if not indeed another first down, and it is. That was that quick pitch again.
I tell you, Rodney Wright read that and just about got a hold of it, and if he'd have picked that off, that would have been 6 points Benton. But instead, it just got by him, and Foster made the catch and got ahead for first down yardage.
Turrentine was hit just as he threw the ball. He did well to get it where he wanted it with as much on it. Handoff this time to, is that Willis on the carry that time? No, that wasn't Billy Willis. They have run in Robert Flagg as the tailback. And Flagg gets it ahead for a yard, no more. So it's second down and 9 for the Razorbacks with 1:30 left to play here in the first quarter. And they keep shuffling their wide receivers in and out of the ball game, keeping them fresh, letting them be the messengers, and of course trying to keep the Panthers off balance. The Panthers digging in on defense, back to that wide splits between the nose man and the guards, and back to throw was the quarterback Turrentine.
That was a pretty good trick. He hit the first down pole there.
He intended for Clifton Foster, but unable to come up with the catch was Foster, although the yard man almost did, right? The chain gang over there almost made a cut.
They're really working that short yardage pass, trying to set up, I'm sure, something long, because Benton's giving them that short pass in respects to their speed. If they can get Benton to come up quick, they can hit a hitch and go, and that would be a problem for Benton. But right now they're taking that short route, which is what Benton's been giving them.
Split Michael Williams wide to the left side this time. And throw by Turrentine into the hands directly over the outstretched fingertips of one of the Panther defenders to Quentin Leaks, the tight end, and Quentin Leaks very nearly got in for the touchdown.
That was right in the hands of a Benton defender on that play. Just went right through his hands.
I couldn't tell whether it was Mundy or Lincoln.
I think it was Lincoln on the play, but I'm not certain.
It was one of those two, I'm sure. And they have a first down, 10 to go, or first down and goal to go from what appears to be about the 6-yard line. Handoff to their little running back, number 26, Robert Flagg. Flag moves the yardstick ahead about 2 yards, down close to the 5, where it becomes second down and goal to go, and they are officially marking it at the 4-yard line. Second and goal to go from the 4. 30 seconds left to play here in the quarter. Once again, running into the ball game is Michael Williams for the Razorbacks as he brings in the play and splits wide to the right. It's Richard Turrentine, the quarterback. Looks right, looks left, fakes, and now he wants to throw, and he has a man wide open in the end zone, and guess who? Big number 88 made the catch.
That's Leaks.
That's Quentin Leaks again.
He's their top receiver, and they've been able to find him over the middle several times, 3 times now. And Turrentine is 5 out of 6 passing. That's really been the majority of the Texarkana offense, and it's really hurt Benton so far.
Leaks was so wide, so all alone down there, you'd have thought he's 5'8" deodorant pad quit. Boy, was he wide open. And it was an easy toss. We have 14 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. The score is 12 for the Razorbacks, pending the extra point, 7 for Benton. We have a timeout on the field. Let's take time for this 30-second commercial break. We're back to play here at Razorback Stadium in Texarkana, with the Texarkana Razorbacks leading the Benton Panthers now 12-7, and an extra point attempt coming up. Looks like they're going to go for 2 this time.
Yep. And in the shotgun, Turrentine in the shotgun now.
In the shotgun, Turrentine back to throw. Looks, throws, no good. Ball was intended out there for number 23. That's Drew LeGrand. Was over his head, out of play. So the score stands 12 for Texarkana, 7 for Benton. We'll be back with more Panther football in 60 seconds.
Robert Gardino, deep to receive. It's an awfully weak old boy. Robert Gardino returns the kickoff for the Panthers.
While we were away, the kickoff took place. Robert Gardino was the man who brought it out for the Panthers. He brought the ball forward to just across the 20 to the 25-yard line, where it is first down, 10 to go for the Panthers from their own, I don't know, is that 24, let's call it. That's too close to too far away to be the 25.
Looked like the line crew was mixed up on that too.
It sure did.
They were marking it a little shorter where I guess they weren't giving him his forward progress initially.
That's the end of the first quarter here from Texarkana with Razorback Stadium, where the Texarkana Razorbacks lead the Benton Panthers by a score of 12-7. They put 12 new minutes on the clock, and we'll be back with more Benton Panther football in 30 seconds. As we get back to action here in Texarkana, the ball belongs to the Benton Panthers at their own 24-yard line, but the lead belongs to Texarkana by 5 points, 12-7. And I'll tell you, the Benton defense has been pretty well pushed around, Rob.
They've really been tested through the air. Turrentine's been hot. They've run a variety of pass patterns, and Benton is trying to lay off the receivers, trying to give them some room because they've got so much speed, and they've been hitting it underneath.
Jamie Jones splits wide to the left. Collett rolls to his right, pitches back to, was that Robert Godino on the carry, or was it Shelnut? Have to wait till they get up on the sideline and see who comes out with the white shirt on, I guess. It was Shelnut on the carry. No, it's Godino on the carry. Robert Godino on the carry. He picks up 9, makes it 2nd down and 1 from the 34-yard line, 33-yard line.
Really is an offensive game so far. Both teams moving the ball well.
And you know, it's really funny because the Panthers are doing something I haven't seen them do all year, and that is attack from the outside.
Really going with the option because Texarkana has everybody, but the one man covering the wide out is really stacked in close.
Hand off straight ahead to Shelnut, I believe, and I think Kurt's got the first down as he pushes the ball out across the 35 to very close to the 36-yard line. We'll call it the 36, where it becomes 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. And the Panthers are not the flashy offensive type football team that Texarkana is, but I got a strange feeling that Coach Fight is going to make some adjustments at halftime to try to shut down some of that speed on the flanks that Texarkana possesses. 1st down, 10 to go for the Panthers. Pitch out to Godino. He's got 5, he's got 7 as he powers forward across the 40 to the 44-yard line.
If they can continue to stack it up inside like that, there's going to be running room out there as long as the offensive linemen can seal off the defensive ends over there, and they've done a great job of it so far.
Robert Godino gets 8 on the carry as he brings the ball out to the 44. 2nd down, 2 to go with 11 minutes and 4 seconds left to play here in this first half. Brad Collett, who has started tonight at quarterback for the Panthers, doing a super job. He comes right this time. Now he cuts it back up between tackles, has a 1st down as he takes the ball across the 50 into Razorback territory at about the 49-yard line.
Brad's not the most fluid runner you ever want to see, but he made a great cut back there, and he picked up positive yardage. He's doing a good job. He
is doing some smart reads, and those are helping his ability to move the ball up and down the field. Brad, you know, is only he's only a sophomore?
That's right.
Yes.
Making his first start at Benton High.
6'1", 165-pound sophomore. Got a lot of years to grow, and he certainly has the intelligence to play that position. It's Collett intended to pass out there wide to Jamie Jones. It tipped off Jamie's fingers.
It tipped at the line of scrimmage, or that would have been a big gain for Benton because Jamie was open in front of the defensive back, and he made a good adjustment to try to get his hand. He got his hand on the ball, but wasn't able to bring it down after it had been tipped.
It's a good thing he got his hand on the ball because Reggie Caldwell was right there, and he almost had the football had Jamie not been able to get a finger up and deflect the ball away from him. 2nd down, 10 to go for the Panthers. Once again, Collett calls out the signals, takes the snap from Everett, pitches back to Godino. Roberts down for another 1st down as he just powers his way inside the 40-yard line.
It looks like they can get 8 or 10 yards just about any time they want to when they run that option.
Coming into tonight's ball game, Robert Godino 624 yards, Kurt Shelnut 458 yards, and neither one of them's hurt themselves so far. They're piling up the yardage, and they're doing it by attacking the flanks. Another 1st down for the Panthers from this time the ball is placed at the Texarkana 38, 1st and 10. 10 minutes exactly left to play here in the first half. And it's Collett to the line of scrimmage. Looks right, looks left. Bark signals. Hands the ball off to Randy Wright, who takes it straight up the pipe. Or was that Godino?
Randy.
That's right.
Was it Randy Wright?
They've been running Greg Little in there some too, so both fullbacks have been getting some work.
Thought it looked like Randy Wright, but the way they hit the line, you're almost afraid to say
they really
it was
get
somebody.
to it quickly.
Pick up on the play of 4. It is 2nd down, 6 to go. Randy Wright on the last carry. The Panthers in their typical tight wishbone formation. Collett the quarterback, Shelnut, Godino right in the backfield. Yoakum, the tight end. Here's the pitch back to
this time
Jamie Jones, who came around on a flanker reverse, and he pops the ball down for another first down as he takes it across the 30, inside the 30 to the 25-yard
I think they're going to mark it at 25.
26. They put it down on the 26 finally, where it's first down, 10 to go for the Panthers.
Jones working at halfback that time. He was at in the halfback slot. He played that some in junior high, I know.
Jamie's 5'10", 155-pound junior, and he has played 3 different positions almost tonight already. Here we come, up to the line. The Panthers looking to get into that end zone again. Handoff this time to Kurt Shulnett, and Kurt powers the ball across the 20. And let's see where they're going to mark the ball down. They're going to, I said across the 20. He didn't quite make it to the 20. He's at the 21-yard line, where it is now second down and 5. 5-yard pickup for Shulnett.
Shulnett with 47 yards and 6 carries, and Godino 5 carries and 48 yards. So
holy cow.
Right together.
They're right on schedule, aren't they?
They are.
Second down, 5 to go. The Panthers trying to get into that end zone and take the lead for the second time this evening. Straight ahead handoff that time to...
That may have been Greg Rogers on the carry there.
Let's see who gets out. No, it was Shulnett again on the carry. And Kurt Shulnett climbs off the bottom of the pile.
Rogers was in the game.
Rogers was in. Godino back into the ball game now. Pick up a 4. It's third down and 1. Third down, 1 yard to go for the Panthers as they move from right to left, trying to dig their way into that Texarkana end zone and go back out into the lead in this football game. Collett fakes once, hands off to Godino. He stopped almost at the line of scrimmage, then spins his way forward to the 15-yard line.
I don't know if anybody saw that, if any of the officials saw that. It looked like somebody had a hold of Godino's face mask on that play. May have been they just had hooked his shoulder pads, but he changed directions real quick, and usually that's a sign of face mask.
It looked like they had the back of his shoulder pad, and that's what twisted him around so tightly. Pickup of 2 on the play. It's first down, 10 to go from the 15, and we get a timeout called by the Texarkana Razorbacks. 7 minutes, 37 seconds left to play in the first half. The score reads 12 for Texarkana, 7 for Benton. We'll be back with more Panther football after this 60-second commercial timeout. I'm Bill Powell, along with Rob Patrick. We're coming your way tonight with Benton Panther football from Texarkana, Arkansas. And we're at Arkansas High School down here in Texarkana, where the Panthers are on the prowl trying to get back in this ball game again.
It's really every other one. Texarkana scores, Benton scores. One of these defenses is going to have to rise up and stop the other offense.
Handoff to Godino. He's trying to get outside, and he's met well and stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Thrown back and then wrestled to the ground. And the man coming up to make the tackle was Shelby Rayfield, who really cracked down on him. Also in on the play for Texarkana was, no, I was right that time, wasn't I? Yeah, it was. Doggone it. Shelby Rayfield met him right at the line of scrimmage, stood him up and knocked him backwards. You don't see that happen to Godino that often.
Not at all.
Second down, 10 to go. No gain on the play. The Panthers, in their second major drive of the evening, they had their first one stalled by a fumble, scored on the second, and they're trying to do so on the third. Collett pitches back to Godino. No, that's Shulnett. Shulnett around the end, takes it very close to the 5-yard line, where he slides down and out of bounds, and they mark the ball at the 7, where it will become third down, 2 yards to go. Looked like Shulnett was doing a little hook slide into second when he went out of bounds.
Slipped down a little bit. Again, the option play worked to perfection for Benton. Texarkana looks like they're trying to spread their defense out a little bit to try to combat that some. That may loosen things up inside, but again, even with it spread out a little bit on that play, Benton was able to pick up 8 yards, and they're in scoring position.
Collett is getting hit on every play. I think that's important for everybody to know. Every time he runs that option, he's taking a pop, because that's how long he's holding the football. Collett slides to his right, pitches back to Godino. Godino looks to try to get that first down. He nosed up close to it. Now let's see if he was able to get it. And again, I think it's all going to be a matter of where they spot the ball, but no doubt in my mind that even if he didn't, they will go ahead and go for the first down.
Again, Rayfield on that play, submarining in there and taking Godino's feet out from under him on the play, made a good play.
But Robert, while he was going down, lurched forward, and he's very, very close to that first down. Let's see what how they mark the ball. The officials right directly in the way. There's no way to see how
just
far
short, I guess.
It's going to be a 4th down and a whisker. Just a matter of inches when they take the chains away. 4th down, less than a yard to go. Actually, less than the length of a football to go for the Panthers to get a first down. The ball is at the 6.
If the Benton defense can keep Texarkana from getting any penetration on this play, they should pick up the first down.
It's Collett, the quarterback. Will he run a sneak? Will he hand it off? A delayed sneak. He plows the ball forward, and I'm sure he got the first down if they give him his progress, because I saw him cross the 5-yard line.
That's the Benton quarterback sneak there, where the center and the quarterback are the only ones that move, and it's very effective, and because it catches the defense off guard, and looks like they've probably picked it up, although they're going to call for a measurement again. They may not have given him much forward progress on the play.
Well, he was knocked back, a pretty good shot, but he was well across the 5-yard line before he was hit. Now let's see where they mark it. They mark it down. Everybody crowds around, and Texarkana is saying that the Panthers did not make it.
How close can it be? They can't decide.
Brad Collett is jumping up and down on his tiptoes. The officials are still out there measuring the football. Texarkana's waving their fist saying,
just
we've
got
it.
a touch.
Collett has got the football saying, we've got the first down, but the ball is turned over to the Texarkana Razorbacks. And I got to tell you, folks, from where I sit, that was not a very good placement of the spotting of the ball, because Collett was a good yard and a half past the spot and knocked backwards, and they gave him where he was knocked to rather than where he ran to. Well,
this is be a good spot right here for Benton's defense to rise up and make some big plays. Change the tempo of the game has changed now. Texarkana has the momentum, but they're still at the 5-yard line or the 6-yard line, and if Benton can stop them right here, they can take some wind out of Texarkana's sails.
Keep your eye on number 60. He might be the man to watch in this situation. Straight ahead handoff that time by the quarterback Turrentine. Billy Willis was the ball carrier, and he brings it out for a yard, no more. And they gave him a lot more progress than they gave Collett last time, and he was surrounded by a whole host of white-jerseyed Panther defenders. It's 2nd down, 9 to go. 5 minutes, 4 seconds left to play in the half. We have not had a punt in this ball game yet.
Not yet.
2nd down, 9 to go. Turrentine. Straight ahead handoff once again, this time to the tailback, and he pops it out for maybe another yard, no more than that. Pick up on the play of about a yard. They'll call it 3rd down and 8 as he moves the ball out across the 7, about the 8-yard line, as close as I can get on the spot here. Our angle is very difficult from this sideline, and they have very narrow stripes that get lost in the lights of the far side of the field. Once again, Texarkana comes to the line of scrimmage. 4:20 and counting in this quarter. Turrentine fakes. Now he wants to throw. He's
big play by Monday.
Knocked down close to the goal line. Not for a safety. They're going to mark it at about the 1 or 2 yard line, but Monday just crashed through, pushed Mike Bann, the center of the Texarkana Razorbacks, out of the way and stormed into that secondary.
A really strong play there. He took on the block and pushed the blocker back and the quarterback back to the 2-yard line, and looks like a punt from the end zone, and this is going to be a hard one to get away because they don't have enough room. They don't have all the room they would normally have.
The ball is spotted officially at the 1, so it's 4th down, 14 to go from the 1-yard line. And here comes our first kick of the evening, and
he calls a timeout.
We got a problem.
Not enough men on the field for Texarkana, I don't believe.
I believe you're right, and a timeout is called by the Texarkana Razorbacks. So with timeout on the field, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock in the first half, score reads Texarkana 12, the Benton Panthers 7. We'll be back with more Panther football after this commercial timeout. I'm Bill Powell along with Rob Patrick. We're coming your way from Texarkana, where it is the Texarkana Razorbacks about ready to try to execute the first punt of the evening. Clifton Foster is the man back to do the kicking.
He's not got much room to spare if he steps back on that end line.
But he gets it away. It's a line drive out here.
Good
taken
catch
by Jake Goheen at about the 40-yard line. He takes it down to the 30 and runs out of bounds to stop the clock. Lost only 7 seconds on that particular exchange, and it will be the Panthers football. First down, 10 to go from the 31-yard line. They spot the ball officially. First and 10 from the 31 for the Panthers, and once again they're in great field position, and I'm sure the objective here in the next 3 minutes and 23 seconds is to get the ball down to where the referees don't have to make a spot decision.
Definitely.
A spot decision.
I like that.
Okay. At the line of scrimmage come the Panthers. It's Collett, the quarterback, barking the signals. He fakes a handoff, cuts it back off tackle, and picks up 3 or 4 before he's wrestled to the ground by 2 of the defenders from Jacksonville, from the Texarkana Razorbacks. Darren Crabb was in there, as was Joe Reed on that tackle for Texarkana. Second down, 7 to go, pick up of 3 on the play. Clock running, 2 minutes, 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Collett, the quarterback, standard set backfield. Handoff is to Shelnut, and Kurt is rocketed to the ground after he picks up maybe 2 at the most on the play.
David Potter making the big hit on that play.
David Potter has made several big hits so far tonight. He's doing a great job from his defensive end position for Texarkana. A pickup actually of 1 on the play, so it's third down and 6 for the Panthers. And they've gone up the middle twice now. Let's see if they try to go wide. Back to pass, looking, throwing over the head of Jamie Jones, the intended receiver. Jamie was wide open, but he did not look until the ball was there, and therefore did not adjust his pattern any. The ball was slightly behind him. He reached up, tried to get it, but it was just out of the reach of his fingertips. All his momentum going toward the end zone, and the ball slightly behind him, and it fell incomplete. So it's 4th down, 7 to go, 2 minutes, 4th down and 6 rather. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left to play here in this first half, and the Panthers need a big play to get this first down. Faked a handoff, look, throws, incomplete. Ball was intended out there for...
That was Goheen on
Jake Goheen.
If he'd have been able to catch that in stride, he would have gone for the touchdown. They faked it to him, pump fake to the outside, and got the cornerback to bite on it. He came up, and he was open, but the pass was overthrown, and once again, Texarkana takes over on downs.
The last 3 passes that Brad Collett has attempted have been high to each of his receivers. That tells me the adrenaline is really pumping a little bit. So it's first down, 10 to go for the Texarkana Razorbacks. Ball at their own 27. Handoff to the deep tailback. That's Dean on the carry. Terrell Dean, 5'11", 178-pound sophomore. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Nope, he lost about a yard on the play. As coming up to make the tackle was Aaron Windsor and Roger Barker for the Benton Panthers. And Roger Barker, the 6'3", 190-pound junior, continues to play that excellent defense that he has done all year long. He's been a real tower of strength defensively for the Panthers this season. Second down, 11 to go. Fake, bootleg to the right. Now he wants to throw. Now he's wide open, is Turrentine. He needs a block, and he may go a long way. He gets 1, but he doesn't get 2. And coming up to pull him down, but not before he makes about 22 yards on the play, was Rodney Wright, who came over from his strong safety position to haul down the runner, but a big pickup on the play by the quarterback, Richard Turrentine, and it's first down, 10 to go as he moved the ball inside Panther territory to the 49. And you held your breath on that one because Turrentine is so quick. With one block or a good move, he could have gone all the way. Here's Dean on the pitch out, and he runs into the big guy, Kelsey Dedman. And Kelsey, who came over from his tackle position, must have run about 18 yards to get to where the ball carrier was, knocked Dean down rather unceremoniously, pick up on the play of 3 yards, make it second down. I'll give him 4, second down and 6. 48 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. I expect they will come out throwing now. Go for the whole bundle just before halftime. Turrentine, the quarterback, squats behind the center, pitches wide to Foster. Foster on the, it was a lateral to Foster. They did that in the first play of the game. They lateraled out to him. He caught the ball and tried to advance it. This time, he stood up and fired downfield. The ball intended for Drew LeGrand.
Had him open, too.
Had him wide open, but threw the ball too far. It led him by too much, and it hit the ground incomplete. So it's third down and 6. Little razzle-dazzle from Bill Reed and his Texarkana Razorbacks. Not a flea flicker, but certainly a flickery type play. There's only 32 seconds left to play. Back to throw is Turrentine. He finds his big tight end and leading receiver, Quentin Leaks, but there's a flag on the play, and that would indicate holding against Texarkana, which will nullify about a 12-yard gain, bring the ball back, and march off the infraction.
Bill, that's our first penalty of the night.
1 punt, 1 penalty so far, huh? 26 seconds left to play here in the first half as they mark off 10 yards from the point of foul, takes the ball back to the 45-yard line of Texarkana, where it becomes third down and about 16. Third and 16 for Texarkana. The ball back to their own 45-yard line, and 21 seconds left on the clock. So let's see what they pull out. Terrell Dean comes out of the game now, and they've got nothing but receivers and flankers in the ball game. From the shotgun, Turrentine back to throw, evades a man, is tipped ever so lightly by Kelsey Dedman and knocked down after a pickup on the play of about 6 yards. The clock runs out, and that's the end of the first quarter. So we played 24 minutes of football here in Texarkana, and the Texarkana Razorbacks, the home team, 1-4 on the season, leads the 4-1 Benton Panthers by a score of 12-7. We'll be back with some halftime conversation and some halftime statistics after this 90-second commercial timeout. For the Benton Panthers, the up men on the near side here, it is Jamie Jones, and on the far side, number 42 for Benton, and that is Cliff Phillips. And to do the kicking for the Razorbacks, it will be number 9, Rico Boyd. Rico is a junior, 5'8", 168 pounds. He does their kickoffs for him, and the whistle sounds. We're ready to go. Here's the run-up, the kick. It's away, it's high, and it's short, and it's Godino on the run at about the 18-yard line, and he brings the ball out to the 35, where it will be first down, 10 to go for the Benton Panthers. And in there to throw a very crisp block that helped Robert Godino bring the ball back out to the 34, where they finally spot it, was Cliff Phillips, number 42. So it's first down, 10 to go for the Panthers as they have the football on their own 34-yard line. And they would really like to come out humming here in the second half. Jake Goheen starts as the wide receiver. He splits wide to the left. It's Brad Collett, the quarterback. Brad turns, fakes, just about to pitch, finally does. Just as he was going down, he gets the ball to Godino, and Godino had nowhere to go and no place to get to as he was swarmed under by a whole host of maroon-clad Texarkana Razorbacks. Loss on the play of a yard, and they were lucky to get away with just a yard.
Texarkana did a good job of penetration on that play. They disrupted the play, and Collett was lucky to get a decent enough pitch away that Godino could handle it. But the timing had been messed up such that he could not pick up any yardage.
Andre Hillier was the primary tackler on it that time. Here's the pitch back to Shelnut. Kurt cuts it up and bangs his way across the 30-yard line to the 34. I'm sorry, the 35 to the 39-yard line before he's brought down. A pickup of 5 on the play, so it will be third down now and 6 as Kurt Shelnut that time cut it up behind an outstanding block by Dennis Berg and brought the ball out across the 35 to the 39.
One of the Panthers is slow getting up. Looks like he's got an arm injury of some sort.
Happened well away from the ball. Looks like Kelsey Dedman.
No, I think that's maybe, well, we'll not speculate. That's Dwight Everett, the center.
Everett.
And that's, boy, he's a mainstay on that offensive line. Hope it's nothing serious. He's coming off the field.
Dwight is 6'4", 235 pounds, and he went down right at the point where he centered the football. So he must have really got clobbered by whomsoever was playing across from him. Maybe Joe Reed and Gabe White got together to do double duty on him.
Junior Jake Watney is in at center, and now they got the first one away.
Here's the pass away, complete on an excellent throw that time by Brad Collett to number 10, Jake Goheen, who just drifted downfield, looked up, and there was a football as Collett fired a bullet out there.
He did a good job on that one, getting it away, and he got it low enough to where it could be picked up by
only Goheen had a chance to catch it. The ball moves across the 50 to the 48-yard line of Texarkana. First down, 10 to go for the Panthers. Handoff to the second man through. That is Godino, and Robert picks up another 6-7 yards, and we'll wait for the spot. But Robert Godino that time, following excellent blocking by Sam McCampbell and Dennis Bird, fired his way downfield for a pickup of 6 or 7, and now we got a Razorback on the ground, slow to get up. And I don't know where they're going to spot the ball. Everybody is around where I think they're going to spot it. Let's see where they put the yard marker.
They're going to call it the 42.
Yep, makes it second down and 3, so it's a 7-yard pickup for Robert Godino. And we do have an injured player on the field for Texarkana. So while they administer to the injured player, let me remind you that you're listening to Benton Panther football on K107 FM, KAKI in Benton. I'm Bill Powell, and we'll be back with more Benton Panther football in 60 seconds.
Panthers will have the ball second and 3. The ball is on the 41-yard line.
We're back to action here at Razorback Stadium. Handoff to Robert Godino, and Robert, following good blocking up the middle, carries the ball for another first down as he breaks it down across the 40 to about the 36 before he was stopped and thrown to the turf. So it's another first down for the Panthers. First down 10. The injured player that during the timeout was Darren Crabb. I'm happy to report that Darren got up and under his own power ran to the sidelines. First down, 10 to go for the Panthers as they prowl toward a touchdown. It is Collett pitching back to Godino. Robert treads his way down the sideline and is very close to still another first down. And Collett, I just can't say often enough what a great job he is doing running this option. He's literally holding the ball till his only chance of survival is to get rid of it, and then he gets belted hard just as he's pitching the ball. Godino picks up 7 more. It's second down, 3 to go from the 24-yard line of the Texarkana Razorbacks. And Benton now playing that flank football, going to the outside. And of course, they went to the short side that time and still got 7. So it's Collett, the quarterback, sets his line, looks around, barks the signals, Hands off to Shelnut, and Kurt Shelnut pops his way down across the 20, inside the 20 to the 18-yard line for another first down for the Benton Panthers. And it's Shelnut and Godino, the 1-2 punch of the Benton Panthers, continuing to move the football down. Spot the ball at the 23, first down, 10 to go. And now they're playing hurry-up football, are the Benton Panthers. To the huddle, call the signal, to the line of scrimmage, run the play.
Trying to get that rhythm and get a good drive going, and they're doing very impressively right now.
Here's a handoff to Godino, and Godino picks up one or two, and then he's met.
A couple of big hits.
Boy, did he get belted that time, as there must have been 7 maroon jerseys all over him as they threw him to the ground. The man who made the big hit was Rod Wyatt, a 5'7", 130-pound junior, and he stood Godino up. And then several of the Razorbacks jumped on top to make sure that he didn't go anywhere else. A pickup on the play of only 1 yard, make it 2nd down and 9 from the 23. 2nd down, 9 to go from the Texarkana 23. Benton with the football. Handoff to Rodney Wright this time, and Rodney, a very seldom used running back, goes behind excellent blocking and gets it down inside the 20-yard line to about the, golly, it's hard to tell, 17 maybe, would you say, Rob?
Yeah.
17-yard line where it's 3rd down and 4. Pick up on the play of 5. 3rd down, 4 to go, 7:50 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Benton down now in 4-down territory. And Collett, who has called a masterful game, brings his troops to the line again. Pitch back to Godino. He eludes one man, eludes another, dives for the first down marker, and he looks to be just a little bit short.
Here they are in that situation again, 4th and short yardage.
4th down and maybe a foot. No more than that at any rate, as they spot over there, and they're really being extremely meticulous in the way they spot the ball this time. It's about a foot. 4th down, 1 foot to go. The ball is marked ready for play. Texarkana still in their huddle, and Benton is at the line of scrimmage saying, let's go. We want to play football. 7:33. 4th down, 1 to go. 7:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. Collett, the quarterback, calls the signals. Hands off to Shelnut. Kurt Shelnut powers his way down for another first down, and there's no way they can take it away from him this time.
They just did a great job of just getting that on surge. Benton's really trying to establish something on this drive, a dominance physically. They're using their physical playing ability, and really that was an impressive run right there for the first down, and it's been an impressive drive.
Michael Teague, David McGee leading the surge. Kurt Shelnut picking up the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the Texarkana 11-yard line. And Brad Collett working with Randy Wright, Kurt Shelnut, Robert Godino, Drew Yoakum, the tight end, and splitting out wide to the right, that's Shane Smith. Handoff this time goes straight ahead to Randy Wright, I believe. And Randy has a short pickup of, well, not all that short, giving 4 yards on the play. Almost 5, but let's call it 4, where it's 2nd down and 6 as the ball moves down to about the 7-yard line. 2nd down, 6 to go from the 7. And once again, the Panthers are at the line of scrimmage ready to play football. Collett moves to his left, slides to his left, pitches out to Shelnut, and Shelnut. Nope, I'm sorry, that's Godino. Nope, it was Shelnut. I was right the first time.
Either way, it's a touchdown.
Shelnut takes it in for the touchdown from the 7. Kurt Shelnut, on his 2nd touchdown on the evening, puts the Benton Panthers ahead 13-12 with 6 minutes and 23 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter, and that's exactly the same play they scored on in the 1st quarter.
And that was just an impressive drive. They controlled the football and from the kickoff and drove it 66 yards for the touchdown and really established something there. Took the lead. Now they'll try to add to that with Heath Nix trying for the point after.
Heath Nix back to kick. The ball is down.
It's a fake.
Shuttle pass, and I don't think it's going to work as they tried to use that Utah pass again. Looked good for a second, but didn't quite get it into the end zone. They came up short. So with 6 minutes, 23 seconds left to play in the third quarter, the score reads Benton 13, Texarkana 12. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Kicking off will be Hendrix. He's to receive for the Razorbacks. This is Terrell Dean.
Here's the kickoff as the Panthers, fresh off a great drive and a touchdown, get the ball downfield, and they'll be trying to do something for the first time tonight that they haven't done before, and that would be to contain the return by the Texarkana Razorbacks. And I guess that's a moral victory. They only got the ball out to the 30 that time.
They did a little better job of covering it that time. There was some open field, and again, that was Billy Willis bringing it back.
Billy Willis, impressive young man, isn't he?
He is indeed. He's making his first start for Texarkana, and he's done a good job. And this is really not the best field position Texarkana's had, so we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how well they move the ball.
Foster splits wide to the left, handoff to Willis, and Willis slides down the line of scrimmage and gets forward for a yard at the most. Coming off the bottom of the pile, it was Heath Nix who made the tackle. And Big Heath is hard to move when he's in there, only 5'10", but he's 230 compact pounds. And when he hits somebody, they know they've been hit. And I got a feeling Billy Willis says, I don't want to run at that guy anymore. He's too big for me. Second down, 9 to go. Pick up a 1 on the play. Handoff this time to Terrell Dean, who tries to leapfrog his way through the line of scrimmage. He got ahead for 2 more. So it'll become third down and 7 yards to go now. Pick up on the play of 2 for Terrell Dean, and you can look for Robert Turrentine, the quarterback of Texarkana, to do what he has been so successful with tonight, and that is throw the football. And as Rob pointed out, running back in deep safety is Jake Goheen. Turrentine looks, he wants to throw. He does, incomplete. He had a man wide open, but could not get the football to him. Drew LeGrand was wide open out here on the right side. Threw it just a tad too high. LeGrand got a hand on it, but could not pull it in. And it's 3 downs and outs for Texarkana on this offensive effort.
And now Benton will really have a chance to take control of this football game. The defense has made a stand, and now they'll get the ball back with pretty good field position.
Last time that the Panthers had to receive a punt, the only other punt of the football game, it was a low-line drive that Jake Goheen pulled in and was able to advance down to about the 31-yard line and set him up in good field position. Let's see what happens this time. A lazy flip back and a high punt that's taken by Goheen and fallen on at his own 37, where it'll be first down, 10 to go. Goheen had to run to his left, make an over-the-shoulder catch, and rather than take a chance on fumbling the football, bobbling the football, he made sure he caught it, went to his knees, and covered up. So it's first down, 10 to go for the Panthers from their own 37-yard line with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to play here in this third quarter.
Benton's ready to go right away. I noticed that Dwight Everett's back in there at center, and that's good to see. He's all right. He went out earlier with an injury.
They play that hurry up, and once they get into that speed, they're devastating. Let's see what happens. Straight ahead handoff to Kurt Shelnut. Kurt picks up maybe 2 on the play. Let's give him 2. Well, they're going to give him 1 officially. Nope, they give him 2 now as they move the marker out ahead. It was almost like the guy who holds the down marker said, no, 1's enough, you know. And the referee kind of reached over and motioned to him to move it ahead a little bit. So pick up of 2 on the play. Second down, 8 yards to go. 2nd and 8 for the Panthers from their own 39-yard line. And it's Collett still at quarterback. Brad Collett fakes, hands off to Godino, who puts his head down, picks up 3 more before he is met by 5 of the Razorbacks. Primary on the tackle was Darren Crabb and Amos Jones coming up to make the stop. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 5 yards to go. And now let's see what the Panthers pull out of their hat of magic tricks. Will they go wide? Will they throw the ball? Will they run the option? What will they do? I guess only right at this moment the football team and Brad Collett and Coach Fight know at this particular time? We'll find out in just a second. Collett moves down the line of scrimmage, pitches back to Godino. Godino's got the first down plus as Robert Godino powered his way across the 45, took the ball out to the 48-yard line before he was wrestled to the ground, and Robert Godino took a very difficult pitch that time.
Handled it well and kind of had to run through some traffic there and did a good job of getting powering his way for the extra yardage in the first down.
Had to get through the traffic while grappling to keep hold of the football, which makes it even a more impressive run. So it's 1st and 10 for the Benton Panthers from their own 48-yard line. First down, 10 to go, 3:16 on the clock. Once again, they're in the set, ready to move. Flanker wide to the left is Shane Smith. Handoff this time straight ahead to Kurt Shelnut. They never did get him down, but they stopped him. They mark his forward progress to just across the 50, pickup of 2 on the play. It becomes 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Kurt Shelnut is a bull, and he's hard to bring down.
He's having a great game for him.
Kurt is 6 foot, 185 pounds. Came into tonight's ball game with 458 yards on 93 carries, almost 5 yards a carry. 2nd down. Collett moves, pitches out wide. This time it goes nowhere. Matter of fact, it's going to lose a couple of yards as they collared Collett, and then they knocked down the running back in the ball game, who is...
I think that's Cliff Phillips.
That's Cliff Phillips in there. Sure it is. Cliff Phillips, as Robert Godino is on the sideline for one reason or another. Maybe just giving Phillips a little game time, because Cliff Phillips is just a junior, and he'll be around next year. So it's 3rd down, 9, loss of 1 on the play. Collett wants to throw, does, complete. And it looks like
he's got the first down.
He's got the first down. It was Jake Goheen on the catch. Jake Goheen does so many things so well that it's really difficult to pick out which way he plays the game best, defensively or offensively. He came into tonight's game with 7 interceptions on the season. He has been the best pass receiver on the year. He's caught 5 balls for 88 yards. He has, what, 3 catches tonight?
2
for
24
catches
yards.
For 24 tonight. So Jake Goheen gets another first down for the Panthers as they move the ball to the 43-yard line. Here's a handoff to Shelnut, and Kurt Shelnut just kept driving his legs, rolling his body, and rolling over people as he took the ball down for a major pickup very near the 35-yard line, and we have another injured Razorback on the field. Let's spot the ball at the 35-yard line, pickup of 6 on the play. It's 2nd down and 4 to go, and we'll take this 60-second timeout. The injured Razorback is up on his feet. It's 71, and I don't have a 71 in my... Yeah,
Joe Reed.
Joe Reed, the 5'11", 200-pound senior who was the starting left tackle on defense tonight for the Razorbacks, and he looks like he might have a little leg problem as he's being helped from the field. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and we'll see the young man back in the football game before too long. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's 2nd down, 4 yards to go for the Panthers as they have the ball down to the Texarkana 35-yard line.
Cliff Phillips is still in there at left halfback for Robert Godino. Godino's sitting on the bench. May have been shaken up on one of the earlier plays. He's taken some shots again tonight.
Yes, he has. He does every play because he runs so hard.
Yeah, he takes on those tacklers.
Benton's ahead, 13-12 over Texarkana. They have the football and the clock working for them right at this moment. Quick handoff to Kurt Shelnut, who tried to vault his way up and over. Picked up maybe a yard, 2 on the play. I think they're going to give him 2, so it's going to be 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Shelnut with 2 more yards on the night. About what does that give him total so far?
96 yards by my count on 18 carries.
Coming in with the play is Jake Goheen. He confers with Brad Collett. Now Goheen splits wide to the right. Dwight Everett leads them out of the huddle to the line of scrimmage. It's Bird, McCampbell, McGee, and Teague, and Yoakum along the front line for the Panthers. Handoff to Randy Wright. Randy got through and then was swarmed back. And now will be, again, interesting to see how they mark this play. I think the official is going to put the ball down at about the 37.5-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down and a short 2. 4th down and a very short 2 yards to go. What will they do? That's the end of the third quarter. We played 36 minutes of football here in Texarkana. Benton leads it 13-12. We'll be back with more Benton Panther football on FM 107 KAKI after this 60-second commercial timeout. As we get back to play here in Texarkana, Brad Collett on the option keeper moved it very, very close to a first down.
It's going to be very close. Again, they didn't give him a whole lot of forward progress on this, Bill. He kept it outside on the option. They forced him to keep it. They strung it out about as well as they have all night.
I will say this. I think he made a very smart move, making him bring the chains all the way across the field. I think I see the method in his madness, but he did not get the first down. Missed it by about a half a football. So the ball goes over on downs to the Texarkana Razorbacks. And Texarkana now trying to get some momentum to get back on the scoreboard, come out on offense. And on defense for the Panthers, it's Will Connell, Kelsey Dedman, Greg Mundy, Heath Nix, Aaron Windsor, Billy Lincoln, and Roger Parker. Shane Smith and Rick Daniel are the cornerbacks. Rodney Wright, strong safety, and Jake Goheen, the free safety, really playing center field now, expecting Texarkana to throw. Here's a reverse, and read beautifully, but it's ran away from was Drew LeGrand, as LeGrand was caught in his own backfield with nowhere to go, and he literally stepped through a tackle of Will Connell and took the ball upfield for a huge gain. 10, 23 yards, 22 yards?
24.
24-yard pickup on the play for Drew LeGrand. And LeGrand, the 5'9", 160-pound senior, really stepped out quickly that time. First down, 10 to go from the Benton 44. Handoff to the tailback, Terrell Dean. And Terrell is ahead for a yard or two.
The only way they've been able to pick up much yardage on the ground has been either on that reverse was a big play, but it's also been Turrentine going back to pass and then deciding to run the ball. It's been broken type plays, and otherwise Benton's been manhandling them at the line of scrimmage.
Clifton Foster, their excellent wide receiver, back in the ballgame. He's the flanker back, and he does flank wide to the right. Standard 7-man down line, I formation, fakes a handoff, and just as he was ready to throw the football, crashing through to make the tackle was Billy Lincoln, and Billy really buried Richard Turrentine that time.
He almost threw it into the hands of Kelsey Dedman, who was fighting through a block on that play. Dedman almost picked it off with one hand there. And it was a big play by Lincoln on the blitz.
If Kelsey had picked that ball up and been able to keep it, so he should have looked at the other hand, because there had to be a hamburger or something there. That would have been a real gift. It's third down, 8 to go. 3rd and 8 for the Razorbacks. From the shotgun, the
Utah
pass is complete and good, and first down running is Billy Willis. Billy Willis, the excellent fullback that time. From the shotgun, Turrentine fired the little underhand shovel pass, the Utah pass, made famous by Cactus Jack Curtis at Texas School of Mines, which became Texas Western College, which became the University of Texas at El Paso. Ask me how I know that. That's my alma mater.
We got time.
That's my alma mater. I know those sort of silly things. 1st and 10 for a rejuvenated Razorback football team. They try the middle this time, and going absolutely nowhere is Billy Willis. as he's buried there by Dedman and Lincoln and Greg Mundy. Flag on the play. Let's see who got caught doing what. Is this just the second flag of the evening, Rob?
It is.
Only the second flag of the night. Whatever it is, they're going to mark it off. It is against the Razorbacks, a procedural penalty. So it becomes first down and 15 now as the ball is moved outside the 25 to the 29-yard line.
I tell you, Benton's really dominated this game in the second half. They kept the ball 10 minutes and 28 seconds of the first quarter. Now all of a sudden they've taken the lead, but they're in trouble right now.
Here's the pass, and it's complete to Drew LeGrand. And Drew LeGrand that time sneaked in under the coverage. He ran in front of Roger Barker, hooked around Roger, took a beautiful pass from Richard Turrentine, and it took an excellent play by Billy Lincoln to haul him to the ground to keep him from going in for the score. But he did move the football all the way down to the 11-yard line, 12-yard line, where it is first down, 10 to go for the Razorbacks with 9:37 to play in this football game. Benton leading 13-12, but that lead looks in jeopardy right at this moment. One thing about it, it will shorten up the field a little bit for Turrentine. Handoff to the tailback going through. That's Terrell Dean, the 5'11", 178-pound sophomore. He picks up 3 on the play. It's second down, 7 to go, as the Razorbacks are trying to get the ball into the end zone and maybe pull off a major upset here this evening. They have, well, it's been since 1980 since Benton won a game with Texarkana. Right. And the Panthers have got to be wondering if they've got to do something special to win. You know they want it. Turrentine, the quarterback, brings him to the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Dean. Great play that time, as knifing in and underneath was the big guy, Heath Nix. And Nix just threw his body through the blocker into Dean, and Dean was knocked down before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss on the play of a yard. Make it third down and 9 to go. 3rd and 9, and the Razorbacks now playing hurry-up football as they get to the line of scrimmage.
Back in shotgun again.
Yep, Richard Turrentine into the shotgun, looking for somebody to throw to. Has a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness, was he all alone? All alone in the end zone was number 35, Marvance Larry. Marvance Larry, who came in at the flanker position for Clifton Foster. 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore, was totally alone, and Richard Turrentine hit him right on the numbers for the touchdown. That puts the Razorbacks out on top again, 18-13. Will they go for 2, go for 1? I would think just 1, simply because, we'll show you what I know, they're going for 2 from the shotgun. The Utah pass underneath to Billy Willis. Willis takes it in for 2, and it is now 20-13 in favor of the Texarkana Razorbacks with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in this football game. We'll be back with more Panther football after this 60-second commercial timeout.
The receive for the Panthers will be Robert Verdino.
A short kickoff taken by Billy Lincoln. He brings the ball out to the 33, where it's first down, 10 to go for a rather stunned Benton Panther right at this moment. What a revolting development that turned out to be, Rob.
Well, that 2-pointer was a big one, because that means that Benton has to score, and an extra point will tie the game, but to win it, they're going to have to score and hit a 2-pointer or score twice.
Benton on the prowl with the football. Gadino, he wants to throw, but he's not going to get it away. Now he does, and it almost was intercepted.
Well, he got that away just on sheer strength.
Now they're calling in the grass over here. I didn't know they could call in the grass in high school football.
I didn't think they had it, especially on a running back.
I don't think they have it in the grass call, but
unless
that's what they're calling. I can't believe that. I'm sorry. There is no in the grasp that I know of in high school football, but I will guarantee you that's what's been called. There's a loss on the play of 8 yards, so it becomes 2nd down and 18 to go. And that has got to be a very interesting call. Please correct me. I hope I'm wrong. I hope there is a in the grasp so I don't feel stupid. 2nd down, 18 for the Panthers. They need some magic. Collett back to throw. Throws, intercepted by the Razorbacks. The man on the intercept was number 27, Shelby Rayfield, a 5'11", 160-pound senior. Rayfield picked off the tipped ball, and the ball goes back into the hands of the Razorbacks, and this is a fired-up Texarkana team now. They were completely played off the field in the 3rd quarter. Had the ball for less than 2 minutes of that 3rd quarter, came out trailing by only 1 point, and now they lead by 7 with only 7:16 to go in the football game, and they have the football. Straight ahead handoff to Dean, and Dean high steps and picks his way through for a very handsome pickup of maybe 5-6 yards on the play. Wait to see where they spot. Nope, they're only going to give him, that's an interesting spot too. They're only going to give him 4. So it's 2nd down, 6 yards to go. As Dean high-stepped his way through, looked like he had taken the ball down very near to the 20-yard line. As it was, it's just inside the 20 at the 24. Here's Dean. Flag is down. Dean is tackled after a pickup of maybe 3 on the play, 2 at the most, 2 or 3. But it's going to come back as we've had a penalty called against the Texarkana Razorbacks. It was thrown by the back judge, and that invariably means motion penalty of one form or another. And that's what they're calling, backfield in motion against Texarkana. They'll mark off 5 yards. That will take it back to the 30-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 11. The ball is at the 30-yard line of the Benton Panthers, and if they ever sucked it up and played some D, now's the time to do it. In the ball game for Benton on defense in this series is Brian Holter. And Brian, the big 6'2", 170-pound sophomore, has played very well when he's had an opportunity this year. Back out of the shotgun. This is Turrentine. Throws, intending down deep for his flanker back, Clifton Foster. Foster went high in the air but could not come down with it. Falls incomplete, and it is now 3rd and 11.
It's been very effective tonight, their best weapon. He's 8 out of 12 for 93 yards. And right now, Benton needs to stop them right now to have a chance in this game. Time is running short.
It is amazing how open his receivers have been all night, too. They're running great routes.
They're running a lot of receivers out there, too, which is surprising because Benton's been able to put pressure on other quarterbacks. And doing it tonight.
From the shotgun, he fired, intended for Drew LeGrand. It would not have been a 1st down had LeGrand been able to hold on to the football. But LeGrand on his back, with his body turned away from the incoming ball, almost made a remarkable reception. Had it trickle out of his hands. Incomplete, so it's now 4th down and 11 to go.
They're going to go for it on this. They're in a kind of in-between position where it's too long for a field goal and too short for a punt. So they're going to try to throw the pass one more time.
From the 30-yard line, back to throw. Turrentine, he lofts it out high. He's got a man wide open, and he couldn't hold on. He had LeGrand wide open as he threw the ball over the outstretched arms of Rick Daniel. LeGrand had the ball in his hands, looked down to see if he was inbounds. When he looked up, the ball was out of his hands and fell incomplete. But, boy, that was close.
It was indeed. Daniel made a play on the ball and got over his head, and that left LeGrand with a wide-open shot. He just may have gotten in front of him just enough to distract him so that he couldn't get a good latch on the ball.
6 minutes, 7 seconds left to play in the ball game. Benton with another opportunity from their own 30. This is Collett tucking it up on the option and taking it out across the 30 to about the 34-yard line before he's stopped by 2 of the maroon jerseyed Razorbacks from Texarkana. The first man in on the tackle was Rod Wyatt, and of course also in there for Texarkana, Amos Jones, a linebacker. Number 81, second down, 6 to go for the Panthers. They need now to really get some motion going. Fake, no pitch this time, as coming through to sock Collett before he could get away with anything was number 79 of the Razorbacks. That's Audrey Hillier. And Audrey did not start tonight's game, but he's played very effectively defensively. Loss on the play of 3. It's now third down, 9 to go from the 31-yard line. And Benton needs something. The backfield, is Godino back in? Yes, it's Godino and Shelnut, along with Randy Wright. Fake, now a pass, knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And the man who got his hand up to knock it down was Tarvin Larry. Tarvins is 5'11", 168 pounds, just a sophomore, but he made an excellent defensive play. So with 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this football game, the Panthers once again will have to kick the ball away for the first time tonight. This will be their first punt, but they have to give up the football, and that's not exactly what they wanted, and Texarkana should get it in good field position.
And it's up to the defense to stop them.
And they've done that all evening. Here's the snap, the punt. It's high, lofted, good coverage, hits the ground, takes a Benton roll, rolls down inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. And what an excellent punt that time by Chris Ramsey. Chris hit a beautiful high spiral. It got up in the air and then died like a quail, hit the ground, took a Benton roll, and tumbled out of bounds at the 33. So it's first down, 10 to go for the Razorbacks from their own 33-yard line. Texarkana in their home, maroon and gray, make their way to the line of scrimmage. Go ahead.
Keep it on the ground, probably try to keep the clock rolling as much as possible, because that's their enemy at this point.
Fake reverse, read well by the defense, but ran well by the tailback of the Razorbacks, Terrell Dean. And in spite of a good read by the defense, he came forward with the football about 4 yards, let's call it. Make it second down and 6. The man on the tackle was Aaron Windsor. Roger Barker and Rick Daniels all made good reads, keeping the ball going to the outside. And then Dean, on ability, picked up 4 yards on the play. Straight ahead handoff this time to Billy Willis. And Billy wedges his way out for a yard and a half, very, very close to the 40-yard line. It's spotted at the 39, where it becomes third down and a long 3. It's short 4. Third down, 4 yards to go for Texarkana. Back into the ball game is Clifton Foster. Foster, the wide receiver, splits wide to the right. Leading him out of the huddle is James Taylor. Taylor up over the football. Turrentine, the quarterback, barks the signals. He wants to throw, and he is rocketed. Man alive, his pocket really broke down that time, and Billy Lincoln flew through the air with the greatest of ease, and along with Greg Mundy, threw Turrentine for a healthy loss all the way back to the 36-yard line, where it now becomes fourth down and about 8. So it's 4th and 8, and with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in this football game, the Benton Panthers will once again get an opportunity to put their hands on the football. Jake Goheen and Robert Godino go deep for the Panthers. Boy, wouldn't a block look good here.
Benton may be going for it.
They're all at the line of scrimmage. The kick is almost blocked, but he got it away. Fair catch signaled for by Goheen. He pulls the ball in at the 30-yard line, where it becomes first down, 10 to go. He caught the ball right on the 30. After he caught the ball, he hopped backwards to the 29. Guess where they spot the silly thing?
29.
At the 29-yard line. First down, 10 to go from their own 29-yard line. 71 yards away from a desperately important touchdown. The Benton Panthers once again go on the offense. Ramsey in the ball game now as a wide receiver, flanks wide to the right. Collett turns, fakes, throws over the middle to his big tight end Yoakum, and Yoakum.
That's Brian Holter playing.
Is it Holter?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Holter made the catch and took the ball out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Yes, it is Holter. I apologize. So used to seeing Yoakum there, I didn't even think. but it is Brian Holter. What an excellent job that young man does.
He does.
He'll be back next year along with Yoakum. A lot of good players coming back for Benton. 1st and 10 from their own 47. 2:20 left on the clock. Collett moves ahead, hands the ball off, and everybody in the stadium was fooled on that one. And now we get a flag. And what's the foul on, as there's a pickup on the play of about 12 yards. Getting up from the bottom of the pile was Cliff Phillips, who was on the carry.
Who was it that ended up getting that ball?
It was Cliff Phillips on the carry, and they've called an unnecessary roughness play, a personal foul against Texarkana, so they're going to march off. They've gone 5. They've gone 10. They're going to go 15 yards forward with the football. So with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in this football game, and the Panthers trailing 20-13, they have the ball 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line of Texarkana. And Texarkana right now saying, let's go for it, and somebody has called a timeout on the field. So with timeout on the field and 2:05 left to play, Texarkana leading Benton 20-13. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout. To play. That was a face mask penalty against the Texarkana Razorbacks that moved the ball down to the 21-yard line, where the Panthers go on the attack. A timing pattern. This one could be, well, it was thrown too high and too far for Jake Goheen to get, and fortunately too far out of bounds to be intercepted, even if it had been caught. But another timing pattern, and those are the toughest routes to throw and the toughest passes to throw.
A receiver, a lot of the time, adjust to the pass and get underneath it, but they've been too far overthrown on a couple, 3 occasions tonight. They might try to break one off over the middle here.
2nd down and 10, the ball at the 26, not the 21. With the football, this is Robert Godino, and Robert takes it down and steps across the 20 to about the 21 or 2 yard line before he was stuffed out of bounds. And I mean, he was really popped. David Potter came over and put his helmet right on Godino's belt buckle, knocked him out of bounds, but not before he had achieved 9 yards on the carry. So it is now 3rd down, 1 to go. The ball at the 17-yard line of the Texarkana Razorbacks. 3rd down, 1 to go. Collett, the quarterback. The Panther line digs in. Straight ahead, now a pitch back to Kurt Shelnut. Kurt's trying to get wide. He is wide. He's got the 1st down, and he's down inside the 10, very close to the 5-yard line, where it will be 1st down, goal to go for the Benton Panthers, and still 1 minute and 32 seconds on that clock. But the important thing to remember here is, even if they score, they will need 2 points on the extra point to win the football game.
Will they go for the tie, or will they go for the win in this situation?
Boy, doesn't that option back on the 2nd touchdown look big now. It didn't at the time, but it certainly does now, and that's 20/20 hindsight if you ever heard it. 1st down from the 4 for the Panthers. Pitch back to Godino. He's going to get in for the touchdown. Robert Godino on an excellent pitch from the quarterback Brad Collett, and a super block that time by Dennis Bird and Jamie Jones, who was in the football game. And the Panthers have clawed their way back to a 1-point deficit.
Well, that was a clutch drive. 81 yards in, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays. 71 yards, that's right, I'm sorry.
6 plays.
And it just took them, it took them about a minute, a little over a minute. Minute 13.
Minute and 16 seconds left to play, and it's decision time.
It looks like they're going to go for 2 because Collett's still on the field. The backfield's still in there.
The Panthers have taken a timeout with timeout on the field and 1 minute and 16 to play, in the score reading Texarkana 20. The Benton Panthers 19. Let's pause for 30 seconds. The decision has been made. The Panthers are going to go for 2. Split Jake Goheen wide to the right. Full house, full wishbone backfield.
Very tight, packed in there.
Everybody's packed in tight. Collett pitches back. Goheen got 2. Goheen takes it in for 2.
That's Gadino.
Gadino, rather, and Goheen met him in the end zone. That's what I was trying to say. Gadino got in for the two-point extra point conversion. That puts the Panthers ahead 21-20 with just 1 minute and 16 seconds left on the clock. And look, Gadino is getting a ride off the field. He's riding piggyback off the field. The man doing the carrying.
Being the pony for him.
Shelnut was doing the carrying and Gadino was doing the riding.
What a pair.
What a pair is right.
I tell you what, that was a clutch drive. And it surprises me that Texarkana didn't defense that play better. It's the thing that that Benton has been really stinging them with all night, the option play. They ran it to perfection again, and Gadino could have walked in just about. It was a well-executed play, just like they've executed the option all night.
The beauty of it was that when he got to the end zone, there was Jake Goheen waiting for him.
Oh, yeah.
And Jake just wrapped him up and hugged him.
Jake was the closest man to making the tackle.
He really was. He was the closest man to him, as a matter of fact.
That was such a clutch drive. That's the kind of drive championships are made of. And if they can hold on here for the last minute and 16, which is no easy task with Turretine passing the ball the way he is.
And you got to remember how the Razorbacks return the kicks, but there's not going to be a return on this one because Hendrix tried to kick it short, kicked it off the side of his foot, and it rolled out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Now the option is the Razorbacks can take the ball at that point, or they can make the Panthers re-kick the football.
I think they'll probably re-kick it because that takes up 5 more yards, and if they're going to squib it like that, that's just 5 more yards that Texarkana will pick up. They're talking about it. So
they're trying to get a decision out of Coach Reed. Coach Reed says, let's let them go back 5 and re-kick the football. So we'll reestablish, reset up, and Hendrix this time will kick from his own 35. And that will bring the deep men up closer, and those deep men are the ones that have been causing the trouble all evening long on these returns. Billy Willis, Terrell Dean. Dean is the deep man, Willis the short man near side, and on the far side it's Marvance Larry.
I still don't think they're going to kick it away to them, although they might kick it to one side or the other.
They kick the ball in between. It hits the ground. Marvance Larry is over for the pickup. They try to get the coverage, and the man down on coverage was Randy Wright, and Randy was a smoking cannonball coming through there. Marvance Larry tried to duck out of the way, and when he did, he fell to the turf at about the 26-yard line. 27, let's call it.
They kind of kicked it into a dead area where nobody was at. It squibbled around a little bit and gave Benton a chance to come on down and have good coverage on the play. It's well executed by Hendrix on the kick there.
The clock is running. We're inside a minute, 58 seconds. Back in deep pass formation is Turrentine. He got it out to Drew LeGrand. LeGrand could not hold the football as he was surrounded on 3 sides by Rodney Wright and Rick Daniel.
Wright almost
and
came
literally
up with
3 sides.
There.
And Rodney Wright almost came up with the muffed pass. So that was almost the football game. That stops the clock with 54 seconds left to play. What a good football game this has been.
I tell you, it really was a gut check. Texarkana gave Benton everything they could want, and of course they've still got a chance here.
It ain't over
Benton's
yet.
in a winning position after being down and out on just about.
Back to throw, downfield, complete. Billy Willis, who worked his way out of the backfield. No, that wasn't Willis. Excuse me. That was Marvance Larry on the reception, and Larry takes the ball all the way out to the 43-yard line. Pick up on the play of 17, first down, 10 to go from the 43 for the Razorbacks. Back in deep formation once again is Turrentine. He throws the ball forward at the 50-yard line. It's brought in on the reception, Drew LeGrand, as he takes it across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Clock still runs. We're down to 25 seconds as the Razorbacks have been working out of this
used up a lot
shotgun.
of timeouts, and they're running. I think they may be out of them.
They are. We're down to 15 seconds now. Turrentine back in the shotgun, looks downfield, throws long, has a man, can't hang on. Whoa, boy. Clifton Foster was bubbling and bouncing the football, and just as he looked as if he was going to maintain control, Jake Goheen came over and nailed him right in the small of the back.
That was about the 25-yard line for Benton's 25-yard line, and they would have definitely been in scoring position there, although it's down to 10 seconds now.
10 seconds left in this very, very fine, very exciting football game. The Panthers have had their back to the wall twice tonight and been able to answer the call. One more time. Turrentine back to throw, throws deep, and back on the interception is
Shane Smith.
Shane Smith. Shane is out to the 40. He's out to the 50. Takes it into Texarkana territory as the clock runs dry. The game is over, and the Panthers have won it. 21-20, and you could search for a long, long time and never see a football game better than this one. We have a penalty on flag on the field, which means if it's going the wrong way, you can't end the game on a penalty, can you?
That's right, and I don't know if it was after the interception.
It's against Texarkana.
It was after the interception. And
refused by the Panthers. The ball game is officially over, and both of these teams should walk off the field tonight with head up. I'll tell you right now, the Razorbacks are stunned. They are standing there with their helmets on, looking around. Now the Panthers come out, and they're surrounding the Razorbacks, and everybody congratulating them, each other, on an excellent football game.
Maybe Texarkana's best effort of the year. They really played well and had Benton in a real hole, and Benton came through as a team of character and drove the ball when they really had to, using the clock very well. Got a big key penalty against Texarkana, a face mask penalty that put them in scoring position. Then they had to come up with a two-point play to win this game. That was a tough decision for Coach Spivey.
It
Would
sure
he go
was.
for the tie but it's a conference game, and he wanted to win, and went for the 2 points, and Robert Godino turned it into two, and a big victory for Benton. 21-20, the final score over Texarkana. The first time since 1980 the Panthers have beaten Texarkana. I guess the only loss that might be more disappointing for the Razorbacks this year was their 1 point loss to Texas High earlier.
The final score once again, 21 for the Benton Panthers, 20 for Texarkana. We'll be back with the post-game wrap-up and the final statistics after this 60-second commercial timeout.